Welcome to Appier Voices, Women in Leadership, a special fireside chat series created for International Women's Day. 6 women, 6 conversations, 6 inspiring perspectives on leadership in the corporate world. Today, we talk to Or. Okay, so Or, please tell me about your role at Appier and the team you're working on.
I'm working as an account manager, the EMEA team. I'm based here in Amsterdam. Basically, my main role is connecting our clients to the internal teams while also trying to convey the message in a way that aligned all the stakeholders involved. So basically taking the client's KPIs, translating them into strategy, and then making sure that on the other hand, everything we do is serving our clients and help them grow.
Amazing. So how many clients are you working with right now?
They're really changing month by month. Now I think it's around maybe 10 or 12. I have a few live and a few onboarding.
Okay, great. So talk to me a little bit about your team. What does the team look like in Amsterdam?
Yeah, our team in Amsterdam is comprised of account managers and business development managers. And yeah, we meet usually at the office once a week or once every few weeks. And it's a very nice environment. Everyone is super supportive and the team is quite diverse. Yeah, feels very included and very supportive. I'm really happy with the team.
Great. Obviously, the theme of the series is women in tech and International Women's Day. I think women, I know I did before I entered the space, I thought that AI was something very scary and intimidating. And if you could give some advice to a female who's thinking about entering into the space, what advice would you give?
Yeah, I think that the main intimidating part is not having as much of technical knowledge, especially in the beginning. And also, at least in my case, when I just started working with AI, I was not the person that is actually doing things with the product. So I felt a little bit disconnected. But with time, I worked more on gathering more knowledge and doing some more readings and also making sure that I sat with the internal teams for any questions I might have or just think the things through. Yeah, at some point, things just started to click. So I would say that the best thing is just, educating yourself and also be independent, which get knowledge wherever you think that you have a gap. Mm-hmm. And then eventually you will just be able to think that through and having more independent view of the product. So just about learning.
I think that's a common theme from all the female leaders I've spoken to so far. They've all said that curiosity is what you need to be able to thrive in the industry because it's changing so much. Honestly, on an hourly or even daily basis, massive changes in the space. So curiosity and also leveraging AI to teach you about AI is what everyone is saying. So you agree with that?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So thinking about, the position you're in now, or maybe even earlier in your career, is there any, really standout female colleague that you had great experience with that you would want to talk about?
Yeah, so actually, I had a very good female manager when I just started working in the industry, which was over a decade ago. That was the first time I started working in the edtech industry, and everything was obviously very new. And already back then, I worked as an account manager, and I had different clients, with different needs, with different expectations, and I had a very low confidence with communicating to clients, especially when I need to bring up a more complicated topic or, something I don't know how it's going to come across. And she really helped me, strengthen my confidence and understanding how I can always shape the narrative or just think what are the things that will be more important to the client and then just highlight them. Always come up with some solutions. So I'm still using quite a few techniques that I've learned from her, but for sure she helped a lot with shaping how I work with clients today.
Amazing. So someone you could communicate with, get support from. It's really helpful.
Exactly.
You're in a very global team now and mostly remote. And I think that's said for a lot of the Appier team outside of Asia. Do you have any advice for anyone who's interested in, entering the space, but feels like working remote might not be for them? Any advice on that topic?
Yeah, to be honest, I was really concerned when I started because it was the first time that I was working fully remote. And for me, I really like to go to the office and see people. So yeah, it wasn't as easy at first because you don't meet people in person, but I found it way easier than I thought it would be because the team is very, very supportive. Of course, also the team in Europe. Whenever I ask for a question, people are very responsive, and very often we go on calls if something is easier to discuss in person. But also the teams in Asia, we work with quite a lot. And, it's also hard to bridge time zones, but everyone has been super, super supportive. And yeah, that just feel like a really big team. So yeah, it was great. And also here in Amsterdam, we do try to go to the office here and there. And then we also get to catch up in person about other topics outside of work. So I think we have a very good also personal connection that we built here in Amsterdam.
Do you have any like Slack channels or anything you use that are fun that you can like communicate on, or no?
We have channels for certain people. So with the girls, we have a channel, and also we have a channel with our team in Amsterdam. So yeah, we also talk about other things, and sometimes, at least with some people here in Amsterdam, we also meet outside of work hours. Yeah, it's really great.
Social element is important. I think getting FaceTime with people is really important. So, or to wrap things up, what makes work meaningful for you?
So the main thing would be if I get any satisfaction from my work. So I think the most important thing is that if I do something, I would want to see how it materializes into something meaningful. Because sometimes we have quite busy periods where you put a lot of effort in different things, and then you would want to see that it changed something. So when I see my clients grow, or on the other hand, I see Appier's revenue growing because of some actions that I have made, that makes me feel very satisfied, and it just gives me motivation to keep going.
So seeing the impact of your work.
Right.
Yeah. Amazing. Okay, perfect. That's great.